Time for a garden update. It's a bit grey today, but the weather has been absolutely marvellous. Look here. That there is Linden Flowers. You can pick those flowers and they make tea out of it. There's an amazing amount of thunder in the sky. Amazing amount of flies and hoverflies and bees just around about this. And the smell of it is absolutely incredible. You come out of the house and it's just beautiful the way that it smells. And over here you can see this is the flowers that have set seed on the laburnum. Lots of seeds in there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I think this is a poisonous plant. I think there was one detective series when I saw someone had poisoned somebody with laburnum seed. But what I want to talk about is how the Keyhole Garden is getting on. That it's absolutely shot ahead, absolutely incredible what it has done. That if you look over here, what it's like, that it's filled in completely. And here I've got some tomato cages round about these tomatoes. I think they're the ones that Halvar gave me. I think that one might be the Mennonite there, and this one here maybe the one. It's either rose quartz or bloody butcher. But over here you can see that that's coriander, which I've been cutting for just spices and putting in things, and just next to it is that green soup celery, and then next to it some curly, oh you can't see it all that well down in there, curly parsley, and that one there is a bean, a dwarf bean. And here is, I think this must be the Mennonite. There's a small tomato beginning to form there. And that there is the stevia. This one here with the sweet leaves and more green soup celery. And this one here is the coriander, which I'm going to be collecting seed from. Oh, that's getting in the way. So from here, so on the other side I've been collecting the leaves and putting it in salads and soups, whereas on this side I'm just going to let it go to get the seeds from it. So that's the Keyhole Garden, and if we go over here, this is a little flower bed that I've got. Well, no, let's show you this first of all. This is interesting. But, oh, look at that. That's some strawberries, some F1 strawberries called Tosca. So they're quite big and they're just beginning to ripen. So I've got a few hanging baskets round about the garden with Tosca F1 strawberries in them. They've got a very interesting, what do you call it, a red sort of scarlet flower on them. And over here is the nasturtium tower that I have built up. It's absolutely covered in flowers at the moment. And those yellow ones there, my wife says it's a weed. We really shouldn't have them in the garden. And next to that is this malvia. I think it looks like a little satellite dish with that little antenna coming out of it there. Some pink ones and some Michaelmas daisies, lots of them here. But I think that tower there of nasturtiums looks quite spectacular. I think I'm doing a halver here. I'm having a rosewater moment, showing you all these flowers. And coming around here, these are the day lilies, which are just coming out, and they're quite beautiful as well. We're going to have lots of buds there coming out. So that's it, and let's go and have a look at the apple trees and what they're like. But here we have the old apple tree, and the apples there are just about a little bit bigger than a tennis ball at the moment. We enter rain now. Can you hear the rain coming down? And this middle apple tree, it's quite incredible, the amount of apples that we've got on it. But, see here, very many apples. But, small, turning red, but these branches are just laden down with them. Over here as well. That looks quite nice. These ones. They're a little pitted by some hailstones that got them. But I think we'll get some good eating out of them. Just really nice looking apples. All over the place. So let's go down and have a look at the vegetable garden. Well, perhaps you can see in the background, that's my Stromberg star plate greenhouse, which has now been erected. Spent a couple of days with my grandsons, first of all digging the area over, putting down lots of cardboard, some membrane to stop weeds coming up through it, then carting lots of stones down from the yard to put it on the ground, and then making some foundation for it. And now it's up and very solid and sturdy, and the geometry of it is just frightfully beautiful. It just, sometimes I look at the triangles it makes and look at it from different angles, and it's quite amazing. It's a very, very pleasing structure that, and I enjoy looking at it a lot. But now we've got to get some plastic on it and make it into a proper greenhouse. Raspberries now all over the place, and even some the black currants. More thunder and lightning. It's raining, it shouldn't be here. That's the blackberries that are beginning to ripen. And that's the garden over there. There's some strange things going on which I can't explain with my garlic. If anyone knows what's happening, then I would really like to know. All of the garlic about halfway down, you can see that they're putting out little bulbils or whatever they're called. Halfway up the stem they're doing it, all of them. So when they're doing that, I don't suppose they're putting on much growth under the ground. But someone said that they've planted those later on and been able to get full-grown garlic from them. So perhaps I'll collect them and see what they do. Give you a look down the garden. There's leeks and onions which are soon ready to pull, and this is the red romaine lettuce which I've been thinning out and eating, good eating on them. And my wife is taking most of the black currants off, but here you can see that there's still a few. They're enormous, and it's putting out lots of new shoots here. So next year this is going to be an excellent bush. That's about the size of them. They're like a small marble. Northern giant they're called. Very sweet, very good. That's me. Oh, we just took some to our mother. They're nice. Let's go over and see that the red currants as well. They're just beginning to turn. We'll be over here. Oh, let's look at the beans as well. Look at those beans there. This is my wigwam. And down here I've got some golden zucchinis that which are quite nice looking. Perhaps I can show them in here. Perhaps you won't be able to see them. It's very difficult to focus with this. Where are you? There they are down in there. Those two little yellow things. They're just beginning to grow. So that's the zucchini. And over here is the big red currant bush. Which are just beginning to turn red. And it's absolutely filled with berries as well. It's going to be a good year for fruit, I think, in Finland. One last look here at raspberries. They're just beginning to grow and come out. They look lovely. Let's take that one. There you go. Look at these ones down here. These fall off beautifully. Lovely clean berries. Oh no, let's have that one. Look at that. All along here. There's another big one. Let's have this one. See how easily they come off. They're perfect. So, it's been a great summer. Lots of berries, lots of fruit. And I hope you're all having a good time in your garden. I certainly am. Bye for now.